Okay, does anyone else have this experience that it seems like the world, I don't want to be egotistical and I don't want to come across as crazy, and I've experienced this for a very, very, very long time, and it's been really, really real to me in the last year and a half with people in my life. Being able to tell them this story and have them affirm that my perception of this is very real and not really necessarily imagined, and that this is how the world works. And so perhaps there's something different about me than other people, and perhaps we all have this experience in our own way somehow. Like most of my neighbors, I have never seen ever buy food. I've lived here 11 years. My next door neighbor, I've never seen her order skip the dishes. I've never seen her order groceries. She just says she orders groceries once a month, but never seen it. Most people here, most people even in the neighborhood, I barely ever see carrying food in. The day that COVID hit, I was supposed to get an IUD put in at the hospital. I went to the herbal clinic one time and I said, can I take birth control with reishi mushrooms and my medication? And the teacher said, yes, and I'm in favor of that, and it's your choice. But being on birth control is like marching through life, and not being on it is like dancing through life. That being said, having a baby is a permanent decision that will affect the rest of your life, so it's up to you. Years later, I'm in a relationship and I want to go on an IUD. I can't get the copper one because my periods are way too heavy already and it'll make it worse. So the only IUD is the hormonal one, and on the way to the IUD clinic, there was a piece of graffiti on the bus and it said, God loves dancers. I get there and they tried to put it in, the students there, they wouldn't go in, my body wouldn't take it. He goes and gets a teacher comes back and says, if we keep trying to force it in, could tear your cervix, do you want us to continue? I said, no. They said, okay, you can go to the hospital and put you under conscious sedation, and then they'll be able to put it in, more likely, because your body will be relaxed. This is a really, medication, so they told me to stop taking herbs and supplements for 2 weeks prior, and I'd been having really bad throat clearing tic for a long time, and after 2 weeks of no herbs and supplements, it went away, and that's when I realized that throat clearing tic was caused from herbs and supplements. So there's been times since then I've been able to take herbs and supplements. When I was studying the herbal medicine, hanging out at the herb shop, taking it and trying to do affirmations of prayers over the herbs. But lately I'm super sensitive again, so I tried to just do green tea lately. Anyways, I'm super tired. I gotta go to bed soon. I don't want to get sidetracked. So the day I'm supposed to go to the hospital to put the IUD in, the clinic calls me and goes, as of today, we are no longer doing IUDs because there's a pandemic. And that's how the pandemic started for me. Then, the pandemic is horrible, and it hadn't really hit home how bad it was yet. I'm trying to remember this. Oh my god, I'm too tired for this. I'm on my way downtown, and I'd been seeing patterns a lot. Anyways, I don't want to get too sidetracked here. One day I decide to and go, as soon as the pandemic starts, my mom goes, well, I wonder if Community Foods would do delivery. And back then, maybe all these places hadn't been set up for delivery. Now they all are. And that was interesting because I wasn't really buying organic or local at the time. I was shopping at co-op, the closest grocery store. And I didn't really decide to do it. But the day I decided, I go on the co-op website, I think it was, or Spud or co-op, and I pre-made all this organic food. I only went organic. My friend was telling me to go organic. She'd gone organic. I'd been on and off organic for a while. I used to shop at Community a lot. Got off of it actually, and decided to do it again. And I was vegan mostly, so I wasn't eating that healthy because I'm not great at cooking. So I started to buy all this pre-made food from the organic grocery store. And really nourishing food. So it was a big up for the environment, living in harmony with the environment, supporting health food stores, sustainability, and going organic and eating more protein. And I still had a microwave, I believe, so at that time that was really supportive of me. I've actually felt a lot better when I had my microwave. Yeah, because I was eating better. I still don't have one. I got rid of it. So as soon as I do that, then I go to my brother's and he goes, they're saying that COVID's going to be like a cold soon. And this is the first time I'd ever heard of that. I was like, well, that's interesting timing. And then I'm like doing the organic food, being super nourished. And then I go back to my other diet. And then COVID continues a while. And as soon as I committed to doing the organic food, pre-made, nourishing vegan food, Canadian lentil soup, organic fruit and veggies, or whatever it was, my brother goes, they're saying that COVID's over and it's just a cold now. And I was like, huh, interesting timing. And then I'll notice, like, when I was going to the church, thought it would like rain and abundant and everything would be green and living in balance. And as soon as they stop going, it's like really bad drought. And then I like get this job as a caregiver, and then all of a sudden the droughts and fires ends and it's like raining and abundant. As soon as I lose the job, it's like forest fires and smoke and stuff. And then I'd like go to the church randomly one time and it'll be like raining. And then, yeah, I don't know, or I'd read a Bible or like whatever and then go to church or something, and then it would like rain. And the forest fire started when my ex-boyfriend was super controlling and he forced me to stop carrying an umbrella. And he's like, you don't need one, just bring your rain jacket. And that's actually when the forest fire started. And I could tell you so many stories over and over of like how what I do affects the things around me. And I don't want to get into my philosophy and ideas. I'd love to hear your guys's. Yeah, there's just been a lot of evidence for that. And so that's really interesting. And I would tell my ex-boyfriend like about this stuff and he'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. That's how the world works. Like what you do affects others in the world. And I've noticed a lot of patterns like that. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just very interesting. It's like, okay, well, how do I live in balance? Or like as an environmentalist and stuff, it's like, oh, well, we want to do things that create balance too, right? And what was I gonna say? I'd love to hear your guys' perspective on these things. Do you ever experience them too? And how does it affect your mental health, right? And yeah, this isn't something new I'm going through at all. It just gets more intense sometimes, right? When it seems like songs are about you, or conversations on the bus, or t-shirt slogans, or things like that. I know we've all experienced that, right? You know, people that we run into and conversations that we have, and you know, social media posts that resonate, or you know, things like that. Very interesting stuff. Yeah, just focusing on self-care and trying to get sleep and food, and just ordered a lot of nourishing food tomorrow and through my budget. Trying to be responsible with money and save, and I think the food will help, so that's a whole other thing. I'm looking forward to trying a new diet again. Eating a lot of vegan sausages, something new. Super high in protein. I didn't even check the protein content. I probably should have, but hopefully there. I assume. I love all the hippie people coming out with their beautiful hippie clothes in the spring, and me being one of them. Some cool conversations on the bus. These people, and I love all you guys so much. So grateful for you. Super tired. Yeah, lots to be grateful for still. Trying to create peace in the world. Yeah. Peace in Israel, and may there be peace in Iraq and Iran, and the United States, and Russia and Ukraine, Canada, and across the world. And safety for the kids. Harmony with the weathers. And purpose, inner, outer purposes. Lots of self-care. And grateful for all the beautiful people in my life. I love you all so much, and thank you so much for being here. Take care.